Scum of the Earth, another round of Harvester. Here we go, guys.
I want to say I think I've figured out the psychological profile of this Steve guy here. What I think is going on is that he's a repressed closet vegetarian.
And that's why he has such an aversion to meat?
Yeah.
Meat!
I think this whole world, and his dreams and everything is just sort of a reflection of, how he's become an outcast. He's in a different world that he doesn't understand. People who themselves are consumed with the idea of eating meat.
So you're saying everyone in this is a meat-based fabrication of his overactive imagination?
Quite possibly.
Hey, Steve.
We'll see how
this is a meat
Well,
matrix.
putting the paper out in the morning.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Matrix.
doing that, and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
Andy, get to Hollywood as soon as you can and pitch the Matrix.
I'm pretty sure that's like 10 years too late to make a Matrix joke.
Go to
Ooh, I bet there'll be a scene where like meat flies at him and he has to dodge it. That would be edgy.
pitch it to Steve Odekirk.
Yeah.
Or the Angry Orange guy. Angry Orange guy.
Annoying.
Annoying Orange.
I see commercials for it all the time.
I'm such a fan. I can't believe I forgot the name.
I know, it comes on right after your favorite show, Ninjago.
I do love me some Lego-based entertainment. Because if I remember correctly last time, we got a wad of cash. And this is the only place to spend it.
I like how it looks like the pre-war money from Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy anything?
Oh, you think we can trade bottle caps here?
Just point
Probably.
to whatever you want.
Probably not.
I'm a...
Nuka-Cola.
Steve, you live
I want
close to
some
Mr.
Nuka.
Johnson. How is he taking it? Such wanton vandalism. It just breaks my heart.
They broke his wontons?
I'll have to send him a nice
No,
food
they broke her
basket.
heart.
Though
Oh,
if he
God.
wants some new paint and
She had too many wontons and her heart broke?
Naughty fellas like Deputy Loomis aside,
Too much MSG.
I think every man should cultivate an interest in girly magazines. If it'll keep them out of the field of interior design. Those firemen, Betsy. You
Wow,
should
this
hear
is the
them
most
carrying
erratic
on,
reading of any lines
accusing
ever.
each other of being
She was
thieves.
saying, it wasn't like those firemen.
A bolt of claws
Betsy.
disappears. You'd
It was
think
like those
the end of
firemen,
the
you know,
world.
Fireman Betsy.
The
Good
cow
friend of mine.
fireman.
I like that
He
she's...
puts out fire with his udders.
It's great that she's okay with devious, immoral
Pornography?
actions as long as they're within strictly defined gender roles.
It's like she finds out Mr. Potsdam molested that girl. It's like, he molested a girl, right?
Yeah.
Not a boy. That's fine.
Okay. Everything's Jake. Because it is the 50s.
Everything's Jake.
I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. Oh yeah, that's what we're
I know what he's gonna do. Hanging out
Hanging out with his family.
Having
not his
himself
family,
a
though.
party. Soon to be.
That guy's having a party.
Soon to be.
Did you say hello to your father for me?
No.
Say hello to your mother for me.
It's very important. Tell him.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Tell him that I hope he gets better soon, and don't forget to remind
Tell his
him
wife
about
to
his
stop riding him
promise
so
regarding
damn hard.
Meat.
I mean, my
Those
wife.
silly
No, wait, I
boys
was ready
down
for
at
a
the fire
song.
station are just incensed about losing some decorating stuff.
You know,
Some
incense.
people.
Like the stuff they have all over
Yeah.
their house that smells like
Maybe they
shit.
should be more concerned with fire and less with flame.
I'm sorry, sir. Those are the same thing.
I know you're trying to be homophobic there, but you are aware you use the phrase silly willies.
Also, you said flame. Not to say that sounds gay.
You know what his favorite song is?
What?
Through the Fire and Flame.
Flame? Could I read my lines on you, silly? Well, let's find out.
Steve, it's so good to see you again. I get so lonely in here.
I'm sorry.
I'll get out of here.
Want to hear what's happening out in the real
I don't
world?
understand. If he has the
No.
ability to get in and out of the
I'd rather
room,
forget about
why can't
Harvest
she
for a
just run out
while.
when he opens the door?
Come here.
Oh,
Me?
by the
Okay.
way, I decided I love you.
Stephanie?
I feel so close to you, Steve.
Do you notice that the
Like we're
bed
the
she's
only
sitting
two
on is
people in
also
Harvest.
computer rendered?
The only two
They
real
couldn't
people.
get a real bed in the scene?
Beds are
You know
very
what I mean?
expensive, Chris.
They spend all the money on the breakfast.
I
mean, who do you
need
know
to
that has a
feel
bed?
Something again.
That's right, we all
Since
sleep
I
in
have
mattresses
I've
that are
known you.
in holes that we've
It's
dug
my
into
only
the ground.
link to my past.
Yeah.
We are Welshmen.
Maybe
Steve
it's
doesn't really
different
say
than
much.
memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we don't remember each
Yeah.
other so much.
He says-
as we recall the
Okay.
feelings.
He says at least
inside.
300 or 400 more words than Chrono from
Strong
Chrono Trigger.
feelings.
Or
Maybe
Nets
the
from
body has
Earthbound.
its own memory.
Let's find out. I want you. Make love to me.
Wow,
Is that
was-
razor burn on her face?
Perhaps.
I thought it was cancer.
Why is it that whenever they embrace, it's like she allows him to come forward, but then afterwards, step back to your place, peasant?
Yeah, and also he's half her size.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that. She's an
I
Amazonian.
never realized that.
She's...
Me want snoo snoo.
Then take me. Now.
I'm going to take you down to the 1950s equivalent to Browntown. Which is the missionary position. Poorly rendered dad is watching.
Get out of the way, Jesus. I got sex to watch. It's beyond me. Help me, mommy.
I think I would much rather hook up with Tim Curry than her.
Or Barry Bostwick.
Another chance to take off his shirt, damn it.
Hey, he does have the Barry Bostwick hairstyle going on.
She's
I
like,
never thought I'd say this, but Barry Bostwick is way more in shape.
I'm gonna dry
Now.
the hell out of you.
Well, filming Spin City must have been really athletically rigorous.
Obviously.
It's interesting that she had to come up for air there, but seeing as she is kind of a whale.
I think it was more like she's part mermaid. It's like that scene in The Little Mermaid where she like flicks her hair back.
Yeah, I don't want to hear her sing.
I do.
Look at these things I've got in my inventory.
Oh.
I'll never use a fucking thing.
Hey, Dad, you know that...
Running around with those, whatchamacallem, matches?
Everyone on the internet, slow clap Andy right now. We retired. That's the best moment we'll ever have.
Okay, now to pay attention to the game.
I'm losing my shit over here.
I think at some point I didn't expect myself to make that joke.
It was very impressive.
Okay, are all my Let's Plays singing? I notice I do that in almost everything.
You sing, like, in your personal life all the time.
That's true.
Exquisite cloth. Its loss should trigger quite a bit of dissension amongst our gallant firefighters. Still, that is not your concern. Your next assignment is to break
Remember that
into the
three-part sonata he
tonsorial
composed after getting his driver's
establishment
license?
of Mr. Pastorelli and abscond.
Yeah, but then he
with
wrecked his car just so he had an excuse to ride his bicycle. Bicycle.
Well, Jaws was never my scene. And I don't like Star Wars.
Well, not since the prequels.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, let's mouth off to this superpowered Jedi over here. Speaking of Star Wars.
lack of respect.
Okay, I've had this in the back of my mind this entire time, and I don't want to cut this guy off because I know his dialogue is very important. Even though he says basically the same thing every
I
day.
hope you succeed in your
But does he kind of look like Jason Lee?
steal the barber's
I don't know why. Just the mustache. Yes!
At that point, I shall
I'm
give
thinking,
you your
thinking about
final
mouthing
task.
off. Is it really talking back to him if he's never talked to you in the first place?
Well, here's my thing. I think Andy's right. I think that is Earl from My Name is Earl. And you know he had that list of bad things he's done to people?
Yeah.
Like, numbers 1 through probably 40 were making this chubby ruse kill people in this mountain town.
Well, last thing on the list is I stole that guy's barbershop pole. What? Well, I'm gonna go visit Crabman.
Hey, Crabman! Oh, wait, I killed him last week.
Hey, Crabman, have you heard about the great word of Scientology?
Hey, the good thing we got out of that show is Ruxin's hot wife on the League.
That's true. Sophia. Can't remember her name in real life, but I remember them by the names of the characters anyway. Who cares? They're more important to me. Yeah.
He is fucking psyched about stealing that barber pole.
Stealing fucking barbershop poles. Well, to be honest, I mean, there is like a thing between barbers that's like their most important thing. Which is the one impressive fact I found about this game, is that they actually point that out.
Hey, dude.
I hate this. It looks like they made his castle in Phoenix, Arizona.
Stevie left his home. Oh wait, that's Tucson. Taking on my shirt to the sound of ominous music.
This is pretty fucking ominous. This might be the darkest thing we've seen in Scum of the Earth, is this guy's horrible body.
Wait, is it ominous or ominous?
Ominous? Ominous.
Ominous. Ominous.
Ladies and gentlemen, please play The Cave.
Buy
and
it,
not,
please. It is so good.
Not this.
We're playing this so you don't have to. Riff Tracks, rewatch it so you... Wait. Okay, I'm stealing that from Riff Tracks, I'm sorry.
Wait, guys, it's almost burger time. Oh, yeah.
Let's play Burger Time instead of this. That's a horror game, isn't
hold
it?
on.
I think so.
Was Colin Mockery just getting, like, the electric chair? That's what I saw.
No!
Ryan's gonna be devastated.
It's the new show, Whose Turn to Die Is It Anyway?
He just woke up and realized that having sex with that woman wasn't a dream.
I bet Wayne realized that Ryan and Colin have so many more points because they're in so many more episodes, and he's going on a killing spree and killing them all. So I guess to someone, the points did matter.
Okay, well, it's time to insert disc 2, so let me just get it out of its case. It's stuck. Jason, here, you pull the case. Fuck, you're breaking it! You're breaking! Oh, fuck! Fucking shit! Dude, this game costs like $80 on eBay, I assume.
Sorry.
What are we gonna... Andy, what should we do?
Well, we got that electrical tape earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, that's... Okay, let me try that real quick. Wow, this really does solve every puzzle, doesn't it?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, let me put this in the, barring that it doesn't catch my computer on fire, I think we're good.
I'll use the axe on it now.
No, put the axe down. Put the axe down.
Sorry.
And we're good. God, we have worse intro and outro skits than a Kanye West album.
But we do have pretty good musicals.
You're welcome.
Pretty good numbers, yeah.
Pretty good numbers, like the numbers of our views.
Hello,
2,
dear. How are you today?
3,
By the way,
maybe
I've spoken to
sometimes
Mr. Johnson
10.
and
Hey,
he's
more people
livid.
saw our Let's
Seems
Plays than
someone
they saw
scratched up
Grease
his
2.
priceless tucker.
Okay,
If
yeah,
he
that's
finds
fair.
out who, there'll be heck to pay. Did you hear what happened at the barber shop? Someone broke into
We want to
Pasteur's
apologize
salon and
for
took his
using
antique
the word
barber's
heck. We don't
mold.
like
The
to
next
resort to
morning,
that kind of
Pasteur's
language in
fuck.
this game.
We use the word
wires
heck?
flying
Yeah.
around and was
shit.
Well, you can blank it out, right?
Yeah.
Well, that darn foreigner got what he deserved.
Ah,
if you
and
ask
darn.
me. Coming
My
into a
God.
nice little town like Harvest and stealing business.
Man is dead, Jason.
Heavens, if a bowling
But he was a
scissors were
foreigner,
good enough
so
for your
whatevs.
father, I don't see why decent working folk need a fancy wop styling their hair. That's how it goes. First you get a sissy trim, then bang, you're a communist. I hear those silly firemen broke out the axes and hacked each other to death. Things never were the same between them after the firehouse robbery. Oh well. Maybe
This is
now
a
we'll
lot
get
of
some real
exposition
men for
to
the
just
fire
pile on
department.
top of us,
Because the way
lady.
things are going, I
She's
doubt
like a
we'll be
Greek
around to
chorus
see
on
it.
What
crack.
do you mean?
Can't you feel it? The way the stalks whisper
Like,
in the
I'm gonna
autumn
tell
air?
the whole fucking
It's
story.
almost harvest time
No, the
sleep
best
in the
thing
chapel
about,
that
some of
packed
these
aside before the feast.
FMV games was the amount of
hero.
text they
You
used
found Karen after
instead
all.
of,
You don't seem proud,
FMV.
Mother. I wonder why.
I really thought you
I
said
warned you not to
FNV
waste time
games,
looking
like
for her.
fucking
Don't
video
wanna run out of
games.
time. The blood drive is coming soon.
What does that have to do with anything?
If you haven't joined the lodge by then, you'll find out.
I've been in lodge for a
Still,
week, lady.
I'm glad you found the poor baby. She says Mr. Potsdam was responsible for what happened to her. What a silly little girl.
You always were a kidder, little girl.
You always were a kid or kidnapping victim.
And victim of other more heinous crimes that I don't
Shame
feel
on
comfortable
you.
talking about because they
Imagine
literally
accusing
happen
your
in this
future
stupid game.
father-in-law of a thing like that. Is that how a range rider would behave?
Range Rider doesn't report rape, you rugged ruffian.
Okay, Weisenheimer. Even if he is a child molester, a kidnapper, and an attempted murderer, that's no reflection on what kind of father-in-law he'll be.
That's a rational
I
argument.
just
I never saw it
can't
that
wait
way.
for the
Thanks for
wedding.
this discourse.
To you? Isn't
You
it
do
exciting
realize
to
you have a younger
Bye, James,
son.
and 1,200 cookies later, the big
No,
sale
he's a
is already
heterosexual
here.
molester. We've been over this.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
Jake.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Everything's cool.
Everything's
200
Jake.
cookies. How many are you taking to the sale?
Oh, about 20. The rest were stale. But the effort wasn't wasted. It's for a good cause. Will you be at the school tonight?
I guess I have to, because if not, I won't be able to beat this game.
Spoiler
Kids never
alert.
think of anything but themselves. You remember, this is for a good cause.
What good cause was that again? Something about bums and hobos and
Killing
euthanizing them?
hobos.
Don't you think it's odd having a bake sale to pay for burying out-of-towners?
Gosh, hooties, what should we do? Leave them in the street?
That's not a saying.
We should bury them.
Not
I'm trying to
anything.
make it a thing
Why?
like Jinkies.
I don't think Ned
Out-of-towners
Flanders
got
would
dead
say
in
gosh a
harvest.
hootie.
I have wondered
Howdy
about
doodly.
that.
That's really
And I
tacky.
think it has something to do with the air.
But there's nothing wrong with
You know,
the
air
air.
can
It's
hurt you,
perfectly
too.
clean.
That's
Air,
what I mean.
it can hurt you
Big
too.
city folk, they get so
Yeah,
used
some
to
people
smog
say
that
not to
clean
worry
air is
about
a
the
shock to
air.
their systems.
You know, but then again,
Gets
some
them
people
every
never
time.
had experience with air. What's happening to my skin? Where's the protection that I
That's
need?
what's happening to the
Don't
building.
forget to put the papers out for Jimmy.
That
You know
big
how he
building,
gets.
it's drying out from the bad air. It just needs some moisturizer, I guess.
Oh, you mean that big building that's over there? The one that's over there? You know, from what I heard, that building has every convenience. You know, I look at a nice town like this and I say, I wouldn't live here if you paid me to. I want to take the papers. Do I already have the papers? I already have the
Yeah,
papers.
you like automatically get them now. It's weird.
Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems.
Sure, little boy.
Where to today?
We're going to check out that murder we committed. Indirectly.
Excuse me, it's manslaughter at least. I wouldn't say at most, but it's probably murder, honestly.
We didn't do it. Wile E. Coyote did it, apparently.
Oh my god, you killed that poor sheep!
Well, at least we didn't ruin the checker game.
I think the sheep killed himself with the horrible lifestyle that he lived, and the fact he couldn't forgive himself for that affair he had.
Think about taking some
Life's
of that
hard
siding
for a
off
sheep
my hands,
in the
son.
big city.
I'll cut you a nice price on it. I was the one what found Pastorelli this morning.
Knew it. This is the work
after
of
he
General
stepped in the
Disarray.
water with the live wires hanging out. His body was so burnt, his arms
Or was it
and
General
legs
Lee
was
Outrageous
black
who
and
did this?
fused
It's probably
together.
General Specific.
And the sheep was well done too. Problem
Even though you
is,
can hear the
both
sheep
was
in the
burnt so
background.
bad, and the flesh all crisp and distorted, limbs melded. You couldn't tell them apart. And well, I didn't want to take a chance on eating Italian. No, sir, I didn't.
You really
I
should. It's
tell
really
you,
good. But they use tomatoes
The
way too
only
much.
thing worse than a fire station full of sissies
And you always
is
get
a
free
fire
breadsticks.
station full of peas, sissies. They're all
Okay,
accusing
they killed each other in a
stealing
battle
some
with
silk
axes.
underwear
I don't think
or
they're sissies.
something.
That's like Valhalla
Boy,
level
whoever
shit
said
right there.
fighting fire with fire.
No, Valhallians are
Arses.
pussies. I mean, they just
Because we
respawn
got a
every day,
fire
so
station
there's not really
full of
anything to gain or
flamers.
lose.
You know who are real pussies? Sheep.
Nice
He did
to see
nothing
you
to help
again,
that poor
Steve.
barber.
Geez, what's your deal with him?
Okay, Jason, you are officially kicked out again.
He keeps coming back. I locked the doors.
I used that axe and the tape.
Is Jason really here, or is this like the ninth circle of hell, and we're forced to deal with his puns?
Well, we are in Satan's mouth at the moment. The lowest circle of hell is reserved for mutineers, traitors. Jason Kelly, Chris Vaughn, Andy Vaughn, Scum of the Earth. We'll be back in a jiffy.